Yes, guys, welcome back to the channel. Back again. It's been a while, as I said earlier in my World Cup final reaction video. But in this one, I'm going to talk about Liverpool, my club, Liverpool. Dominic Szoboszlai signing a new deal. Let's just get it out of the way. We had to get this one done. As I said, we've lost the likes of Mo Salah, Andy Robertson and Ibrahima Konate. So we had to get this one done. I'm really, really delighted that Szoboszlai is here to stay. I mean, I think ever since he joined the club, he's been nothing short of class, really. His ability to shoot from range, score fantastic free kicks. He said it himself. His highlight was obviously that free kick he scored against Arsenal. The one against City wasn't bad either, but we ended up losing that game. But Dominic Szoboszlai for me is he's a very, very good player, a special player, with lots of energy, and he will be part of the leadership group now, yeah, for me, delighted with the news that he has committed to Liverpool, in the next few years, hopefully, because I was getting tired of seeing players leave on a free, join Real Madrid, as we've seen with Trent and Konate, and Salah didn't get on with the slot as well towards the end, in his final season. But what a legend, So in this video, I just want to pay my respects as well to Mohamed Salah and Andy Robertson, two absolute legends for Liverpool who spent 9 years at the club and have won everything there is to win. 2 Premier League titles, a Champions League, a couple of League Cups, an FA Cup, a Super Cup, a Community Shield or 2, Club World Cup. The list goes on and on, man. And I'm very, very delighted for their career. And yeah, it does feel like the start of a new era for Liverpool. And I think one of the best ways to get underway was to give Szoboszlai the contract that he deserved. He is one of our best players. We had a really, really difficult season in the 25-26 campaign, and Szoboszlai was the shining light. He was our best player, scoring free kicks, working tirelessly, covering positions. And yeah, I'm really, really delighted with this news. Obviously, he is a player that I've rated long before he joined Liverpool, with RB Leipzig, winning a few Pokals, and just this past season gone, I think, was the first time that Szoboszlai did not win a trophy. But throughout his career, he was winning them with Salzburg, with Leipzig. He joined Liverpool in 2023 alongside McAllister, Gravenberch and Endo. That was the midfield rebuild, if you can call it that, which it was, to be fair. And yeah, that was a very important season. Even though we didn't win the league, we won the League Cup, we competed. And Szoboszlai went from strength to strength. I don't think he's had a bad season at Liverpool, but last year was when he really rose to the occasion, even though it was a difficult season for Liverpool. So yeah, I'm really, really delighted that Szoboszlai is here to stay. And yeah, we just got to build a team around him. And moving forward, we have to obviously do the same with McAllister now. Gravenberch already got his new contract, another player who has been absolutely brilliant, especially in the title-winning season. Not so much this past season, but we know class is permanent. We've got a brilliant midfield, honestly. And in terms of transfers, I think it's a perfect way to segue into this now. We haven't done enough, but now with the World Cup being over, I would expect some movement or two to happen. Morgan Rogers joining Chelsea was a bit of a surprise. I don't think anyone saw that one coming because he was linked with Arsenal. It looked like he was going to join Arsenal, but that has now gone, and it can create that domino effect now. Arsenal could go for Barcola, and we need to move quickly. We don't want to lose a player like Barcola to Arsenal. We need a forward or two, especially with Mo Salah leaving. I think we need 2 forwards at the very least, and that's not counting Victor Munoz, who's a young player. I'm pretty sure he'll be used for rotation and whatnot. It's also going to be a big season for Rio. Gakpo will want to bounce back as well. So yeah, man, there's just a lot of interesting questions, that will need answering this summer. And obviously over the course of the new season, Wirtz, he needs to step up, as we know, big investment. Same with Isak, although Isak has been injured for half the season or more. So yeah, we just need to build that attack. I do feel like we need another midfielder as well. It'll be interesting to see if we can sign Adam Wharton. But yeah, this video was just mainly about Dominic Szoboszlai, him signing that new deal. Really delighted, but we've got to push forward now. We absolutely have to push forward and back Anthony Iraola, who done an amazing job at Bournemouth, finishing 6th in the Premier League with Bournemouth, considering the fact that he's lost players like Kirkes, Semenyo, Dean Huijsen, at the start of last year to Real Madrid. Amazing, absolutely amazing what he's done with Bournemouth. And all I will say is this: if the man can finish 6th place with Bournemouth, having lost his best players, he can certainly win the league with Liverpool. Of course, that is not going to be easy against Arsenal, who are improving all the time and now the current defending champions, and Man City, man. They'll always be there. They'll want to get their title back. Pep is gone. I just want to say, Pep, absolute legend. 10 years at Man City, the greatest manager of all time, in my opinion, but also the second best in English football behind Fergie. So he's done well, Pep. He's won so many league titles. He didn't really need to win another, let's be fair. But I think they should be in good hands under Maresca. Obviously, Elliot Anderson needs to perform. That's a big money signing, record deal almost. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they can do. But we need to compete with City. We need to compete with Arsenal. That does not change. The standards of our club is just too high to be looking at top 4 finishes and whatnot. Yes, even though we've lost Salah, even though we've lost Robertson, I think the perception will be that Liverpool will now compete to finish in Champions League spots and go for the odd cup run, which can happen, of course, because especially if we don't sign the players we need to sign. But if we do get a Barcola in, if we do get an Adam Wharton or a Kone, or improve that defense, then who knows? I think we can push on and we can win the title, absolutely. But it's all step by step for me. We just need to make sure that we're challenging for the league again. And obviously, thankfully, we are in the Champions League, because missing out on the Champions League would have been a disaster. But no shade towards Arne Slot. Arne Slot is a title-winning manager for us, and I respect him for that. But that second season was a disaster. There was no connection with the fans, the club. A lot of players felt isolated as well. So I'm glad that the club made the decision to move on from Arne Slot. And I wish him the best wherever he goes. But I'm glad that Andoni Iraola is here. We've got a Spanish manager in now, for the first time since Rafa Benitez, long time ago. So hopefully Andoni Iraola can hit the ground running. But just to conclude, Szoboszlai, amazing player. Liverpool's number 8, of course, a legendary shirt worn by the one and only Steven Gerrard, who is Liverpool's GOAT, really. So, Szoboszlai hopefully has another strong season, and one day he can be the captain of this football club, because obviously it's going to be sad when we lose Van Dijk, who is obviously a legend for us and our current captain, but he's part of that leadership group now, Szoboszlai. He will obviously go from strength to strength, and he's only 25. He's hitting the peak years. He's always been really good. So, going to be an interesting season. I'm looking forward to pre-season, as I said already. And let's see what the new season has in store. Catch you in the next one. And whatever you're doing, take care, peace, and goodbye.